Hey, it's me, Paige DeSorbo, and I'm so excited to share my new shoe collection at DSW, filled with my favorite styles and trends for spring. Because if you know me, you know I'm kind of obsessed with shoes. And by kind of obsessed, I mean head over heels. You're going to love these shoes, so snag super cute styles like cute flats, fun heels, and cool sneakers from the Paige DeSorbo collection right now at your DSW store or dsw.com.
Brews and Banter.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Roman. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
All right. We won't go there.
we have a guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Go ahead.
Paul Armani, graduate of Baldwinsville High School, 1990. I was in school with Frank. Real good times. Finally got to move home a couple of years ago and got a house, got a dog, got an amazing wife.
Started drinking before us.
A little bit.
Well, we'll start with telling us what you brought.
What I brought today was two breweries from the Hudson, one from the Hudson Valley and one from the Capital District. Got them split up here. I started with a Warbler Pale Ale, great little starter. They're out of Albany, New York. They're about 2.5, almost 3 years old now. Great Pale Ales, great IPAs. He's the brewer, Chris. He's done some collaborations. Just overall great. They always do an anniversary beer around Christmas time. They do this great stout. The last one I had, they always put them in the 750 bottles. So you're like, I got to split this or stay at home. You know?
No, you need to split it. I need to drink it all at once. I hate myself.
That'll be like a Friday or Saturday night where I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Hide the car keys, you know. So I brought their Pale Ale and one of their, this one I have not tried yet, the Skylight 2 Double IPA. I've had others. If you ever get a chance, their Dissimulation is really good.
Okay.
Great solid double IPA. And then my personal favorite brewery in New York, Great Life. They got purchased by a vineyard a couple of years ago, built them a whole new tasting room and a brewery. I brought their Juicy Joy, nice little hazy.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite beer from them. Then I brought their award-winning K-Town Brown at the New York Craft Beer Fest last weekend. Took third place in the Brown Ales. A little dangerous. Doesn't taste.
That dangerous is my middle name.
They actually they've done some barrel aged. They did a barrel age of this, and they have a Scotch ale. They barrel aged that, and it's an Iron Fist and a Velvet Glove. It's just so smooth. The barrel aging mellowed it down from about 10.5 to about 9.5.
Yeah.
And be very careful. Hand your car keys to somebody else.
I'm a big barrel aged guy.
Well, I think we should start with this then.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
This one I started with was 9.5.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
That's about 6.5, give or take.
So that's what we do with beers. People don't know this. I'm gonna let the secret out now, but the ABV is really correlated to inches of your dick. So mine's 9.5 and Roman's is 6.5.
Wow, how did they know?
Well, they folded it in half, right?
Well, I will say this. I've actually once I had the Sam Adams Utopias at 28.5.
28.5, yeah.
Yeah, and then I had... I can't pronounce the actual name, one of the meads. 18.5.
Yeah.
And that just...
Mead kind of fucks you up, man. That's what these Vikings did it. You got to be fucked up to pillage and fucking kill these.
How are we doing this? Have you had this before?
Oh, I bought 4 packs of that. I had one of those on Saturday.
I mean, like, here. Are you having some of this too?
As soon as this Pale Ale's gone, I'm going to...
All right. So
Wait, so do you have one of each?
I brought 2 of each.
Oh, okay. So we'll split these. You can have the full. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Well, why don't we just spit in each other's mouth? Like we'll baby bird it.
Baby bird it?
Yeah.
I'll feed you, you feed me.
Yeah. Well, you're taking the whole fucking thing, man.
It's like beer. It sounds like beer porn.
It is. Look at this can, right?
They started canning, I think like 1.5 years, 2 years ago. Before it was just all on tap and in kegs. They distribute throughout the Hudson Valley. Highly recommend them. Their brewer, their brewer Cody is solid. Great head for brewing. He's been doing it for 7 or 8 years now at Great Life, and it's.
Well, let's try this. Cheers.
We started with something he doesn't have.
No, hold on.
Yeah. We're kind of out of sorts here. Paul was a little premature drinker.
I can hear. A little ice. Little party foul.
That's
Let's
okay.
get that off the table.
That's all right. No problem. It's moving.
As ice is melting, it's moving.
Yeah.
There we go. I did bring 2 of each.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you bringing them for sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anytime.
It's usually our treat, and we're so right now, like we say at the end of the episode, like I hope you'd like to come back, but now we're telling you have to come back. So I can bring some.
Yeah, if this is the expectation.
I will say this: I get to travel for work around New York State, so when the opportunity arises, I like to try new breweries.
You should.
Hit a little few brew pubs here and there. There's some phenomenal ones out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little shout out to this one brewery up in the North Country, Ausable Brewing.
Yep.
And really good beers, but the views are spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
They're south of Plattsburgh, and you were just sitting out in the field or the barn they have, and you're just looking out over the mountains in the field.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's cows hanging out over there, and you're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
You ever seen 2 cows fucking while you're drinking beer?
While drinking beer, no.
You drink enough beer, everybody's fucking.
Oh, yeah. I will say this. Living in Beeville, growing up in farmland like I did, you learn at an early age what they do. And one of my buddies, we're working over at Candy's restaurant now. They've been gone for years. Pulls out a piece of sausage. He's like, what the hell is this? And I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, that's horse cock. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, that one's soft.
Wait, someone someone was eating it?
We were prepping. We were working in the kitchen.
I don't care what the fuck you're doing.
It's sausage.
Prepping for what? Was there like filming going on? Or
peppers, onions, sandwiches. And he's like, what is this?
Man? That's right up there with onions for me. No fucking horse cock.
No, I did.
Or dick.
With onion rings.
Cow cock?
Onion ring.
No cow cock, it'd be bull cock.
Yeah. You could put like onion rings on it and like
I think when you get to that big, you go with the donuts.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah, and then you get to measuring donuts. Like, how big's your dick? It's 8 donuts. Instead of like inches, they measure in donuts.
Can you stack?
Hey, when you
I want to try this beer. Can we cheers?
Salud.
Sorry.
Cheers.
Thank you for bringing it also.
Anytime.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, nice. This is barrel aged?
No, this one is not barrel aged. Okay. When they do the barrel age, they put it in the nice 22-ounce bottles. And when they did the Scotch Ale release, we actually tailgated the brewery for the bottle release party.
This is a stout, right?
No, it's a strong brown ale.
Oh, brown ale, you said. That's right.
But they fucking nailed it, boy.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
No, that is.
It is a very. This is like a alcoholic coffee. Cold.
Yes.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's not overpowering. It's got a great smell.
Yeah. It's good body, good head. And hey, who doesn't love good head?
That's right.
Let's be honest here.
Roman, you just described Roman. Good body, great head.
Oh, there you go, man.
Thank you.
I'll take what I can get, man.
Hey, you might as well.
I'm not picky at this age.
Hey, as long as you don't look down,
Right, yeah, we don't make eye contact anything we do. What's the Eiffel Tower and London Bridge, right? Yeah. So
my old boss used to say, "A beauty is a light switch away."
Yeah, I'm so quick I could be in bed before the room gets dark. So just to kind of recap here. So me and Paul went to school together.
Yes.
Here we are. So we had like a couple messages on Facebook, right? Where did you grow up? What? Not street. What? Like north, south, east, west?
Over in Lysander off 370 in Farm Country.
Over next to Abbott's?
Next road over from Abbott's.
Okay, yep. All right.
Yeah, it's now they're all housing developments, and that's a little painful.
Yeah. So did your family own farmland?
We own 30 acres.
Okay. Did you farm it?
No, we leased it for a few years. It was great growing up on that much land. One, deer will eat Pop-Tarts. One thing my mom used to have me do on the weekends is dig flower beds, and those little bastard deer would come up, start eating her flowers. I'm going to school one day. I had to be a junior, maybe a senior. Little deer's eating the flowers, and I'm like, you mother.
I hit a deer over there. Right by 3.
It's because he fucking fed it.
I went to look for it because I hit it pretty hard. Fucked up my truck.
Those deer are tough.
Yeah.
And I'm not digging any more flower beds. It's May near the end of school. I hate the heat. 70, 75 is perfect for me. Start getting the 80s and 90s, and the Italian curse, all that lovely body hair. And, take your shirt off so it looks like you're wearing a sweater.
Yeah, same. Fuck, he's fucking Armenia. This guy's like woolly mammoth. Like,
no, that's not true.
You are descendant. You got woolly mammoth DNA.
Still landscaping.
You got woolly mammoth DNA. Manscaping.
Manscaping.
So what Roman was still had, you fucking had an umbilical cord when we graduated from high school still.
Yeah, I was going to say back then everybody had 30 acres.
No, what? What's that to do with just being born?
No, you just pointed out my age. I'm pointing out your age.
30 acres has to do with age?
Like back then, there was so much open land.
I see. Okay.
Oh, he's a little slow.
No, I got that. That's good.
He's a little slow. That's all right.
I'll slap you in the cocksucker later.
In the cocksucker.
So me and Paul went to school together.
Yes.
We went to school together.
Paul grew up, and then now he has a career. Let's talk about that.
No, hang on. But I think we used to have parties in your farm field, right?
Once.
Yeah. Only once.
Yeah, we only had one. Mom and Dad found out, and
and the deer were pissed. So
yeah, deer were a little pissed off. Mom was really pissed off. I think I was grounded for 18 months.
You got brothers and sisters?
One sister. She graduated Beeville in '82. She's living up in Plattsburgh. Great husband. Got 2 great nieces, 2 great nephews.
So he said, "I'm sorry. You said you were grounded for 18 months. I need to know what you did."
Like an elephant has a baby in that fucking time.
I had a party at my house and in the field.
But to be grounded for 18 months, what did you do?
I had a party at the house, and Mom was very strict.
That's it? For just having a party? Or is it because he was there?
No.
I have a problem with this because my wife's Italian, and I know this sort of culture. So as the youngest male boy, you are the Coco. How did you get penalized for this? Because basically, you could kick your dad in the dick, and it's no problem.
Even worse, I was the only male grandson.
Right, so why are you not just like on a fucking pedestal?
Oh, I was on Dad's side of the family. Mom's side of the family.
Mom's not Italian?
Mom was German Welsh.
Oh.
So 5'4", scared the living hell out of me. Scared the living hell out of a lot of people who were my friends.
I didn't realize your mom wasn't Italian because German Welsh is like those fuckers you see on curling in the Olympics, like sweet. And they're fucking, those fucking mean people, man. Sweet.
She didn't yell. She used to come visit me in college. And I'd swear or something. My fraternity brothers would be there, and she would just backhand me. I'm like, Mom, I'm 22 years old. She's like, I don't fucking care.
She's gonna reach up at you.
Yeah. Well, she had 4 brothers, 2 older, 2 younger. Tough as nails.
Good for her.
Oh, hell yeah. Yep. The diner's no longer there. She used to be a waitress and short order cooks at Zeb's years and years ago.
But Zeb's only closed down like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, this was in the 60s. She met my dad there. Mm-hmm. Then she became a painter and wallpaperer, and she was phenomenal at it. But again, tough
painter like an artist painter?
No, houses, commercial.
Oh, like
apartments.
painting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I learned how to paint years ago. I got the shoulder and the tendonitis to prove it. Hockey didn't help either with all that.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a mucker.
Yeah.
We just
mucker.
We just had Coach Lloyd's 40th anniversary over at the track.
I'm shocked that he's still there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I remember what he said. Senior night banquet. My dad's like, He's like, what's a mucker? I'm like, he's the guy that goes in the corner, gets his head handed to him, passes out to the pretty boys who gets all the goals and all the attention. And I'm like, I'm blue collar, Dad. I don't care.
But still a integral part of the team.
Oh,
yeah. Who was your enforcer?
Oh,
was that Paul Webster or something? Like that?
Webster and Brian Corcoran.
Yeah.
Paul Webster used to be called Ivan Drago as a nickname.
He looked like that from Rocky.
He still does.
Yeah.
I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah.
He is.
I worked with him at Chase Pickin.
He's a man beast.
Yeah.
Corky, he did a little video thing for Coach Lloyd. Couldn't make it to the thing, but he was coaching in the minor hockey leagues.
Yeah, he was a phenomenal. We had Coach Stanflip on here, but we talked about Brian Corcoran. He's just a phenomenal athlete and a huge body.
Oh,
you know.
football, lacrosse, hockey. Him and the Clayton boys were the only 3 senior year to make sectional team, and West Jenny was. Let's be honest.
right.
West Jenny lacrosse is.
That's right.
West Jenny lacrosse.
Back then.
Bastards.
Yeah. Back then, but not now.
No.
Yeah, because Messier's gone.
That's true. But yeah, it's Corcoran and Webster, they were just big, even tempered, but if you got in their bad side, you got put in the boards pretty damn hard. And I think they did it for fun half the time because you just readjust your helmet. You're like, okay, I'm fine.
Careful with that gesture.
Yeah, he gets excited.
No, too late. I'm done. You need a cigarette now.
So
Well,
now,
if you use your left hand, it's like a stranger.
Right.
You
You
gotta
pour
sit
beer
on-
in your hand to get your date drunk.
well, they say you have to sit on it for a little bit.
So remember we had Paul Sidak on here.
Oh, okay.
I think that'll be a different episode, but he mentioned Corcoran,
Oh yeah.
Brian Corcoran, about remember they had a female hockey player that tried out for.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh,
yeah.
that was my junior year.
It didn't end well for her.
No, it did not. I believe it was a separated shoulder or maybe a broken collarbone.
Yeah.
She bounced off Corcoran and she bitched at me, and I'm like, "You skated with your head down.
Yeah.
You think he does that? He does that to everybody.
Right.
Skate with your head down, you're gonna get popped.
It's never the mucker's fault.
Well, sometimes it is. You don't back check hard enough. But I'm like, you skated with your head down.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to protect yourself on the ice.
Yeah.
Part of the rules.
I think hockey players should take martial arts.
Some of them do.
Yeah. Not like kicking martial arts, but like, hand-to-hand combat.
You get past high school and college, and you pretty much are hand-to-hand combat. And
Yeah. I love hockey.
As a hockey fan, I'm a Bruins fan. They're
Nice.
They're not doing well this year.
Yeah, so you guys just did that publicly, you fuckers. You guys are all gonna be recorded, like supporting that fucking
Don't
losing team.
Hey, I'm sticking with my team.
Loyalty is loyalty.
A little true to your school. I mean, the Bruins got a great history.
Did you go to school in Boston?
No, I started at Ithaca College, ended up transferring to RIT, which is now a D1 hockey school. I was there when they were D3. They went to the Frozen Four my senior year there. So that was
RIT's D1 hockey team?
They are D1 now. Yes, they switched. It has to be about 10 years ago. It was hilarious. The first year they played a split schedule, Division III, Division I. They're like, well, you're exempt from playoffs because you're, no scholarships yet. And they won their conference.
How do you get? So you have to win to be designated D1?
I don't know all the details. It's size of the school, skill set.
Right. And then you get to apply.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different parameters with this thing, but
there's a bunch of engineering schools in New York that have a D1 hockey team, and that's the only Division I program they have. Everything else is Division III. So
you're no longer grounded. You got a job. What's your career?
I'm a radiation specialist for New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. Been there.
That's a long name.
Yes, it is.
Is there like abbreviation for that?
ERS.
Oh, okay.
ERS, ERS works.
Because if you get radiation, you're in a hearse.
If you get enough, yes.
So where's your hat?
Oh.
So I think this hat was exposed.
I was actually going to say that.
What the hell happened there? I had underwear like that in college, but now.
Well, underwear I stopped wearing sometime in the mid 90s.
That's yummy. That's
save on the save the environment, less laundry, less water, less detergent.
So the hat was involved in radiation, or
it's been at every site with me for about the last 10 years.
So it's like a good luck hat.
A little good luck, a little hard work you put in there. Got to get out to Rochester and get a new one, the nice embroidered one. Okay. But people, I go to some of the local box stores working on the house and everything. They're like, "Hey, where'd you buy that hat?" you don't buy this hat. You earned this.
Yeah, they think it's new. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. People were like, oh, I got these pre-stressed jeans.
Yeah.
Seriously? Come on, what the fuck?
You can't get a radiation stressed hat somewhere.
No, but
You ever like gone after a job site, like go to a bathroom and your pee glows?
no, thank God.
Your dick looks like a glow stick.
Well, that's a whole different thing, you know.
Tell us a little bit about what the whole job entails before we start with these jokes.
Right now, I'm a regulator now. I spent a decade doing environmental cleanup work, Vermont to Maryland to Chicago.
Were you involved with the Onondaga Lake?
No. One of the companies I worked for did some of that work, and I'm like, hey.
Was it Honeywell?
It was Honeywell.
There was a lot of
Allied Chemical, yeah.
Honeywell, Allied,
Yeah.
God only knows who else. And
I think there's a jet in that lake.
No fucking.
No, I'm serious. Did you hear this? No.
I didn't hear the jet story.
Yeah. There's a bunch of shit, but like someone showed a aerial shot, and I think you could see an outline of like a jet.
Interesting.
I swear to God, on the it'd be the north side, I guess, of the lake.
The airport's nearby. It's possible.
It wouldn't shock me.
Overshot a little bit.
Yeah, no. Like I always joke with people, I'm like, yeah, I swam in Onondaga Lake. Yeah, most polluted lake in the country.
Yeah,
They're
just
like,
don't
oh,
eat,
it's a lot cleaner now. I'm like, no, I swam in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
just don't eat the fish.
Yeah, but even Skinny Atlas was like the cleanest.
Oh, Skinny
So it
Atlas
was
is
the cleanest and the dirtiest all within like 50 miles.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, luckily that water does not flow into Skinny Island.
Yeah.
that we know of.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you swam in that lake and then went and dipped into Skinny Island, did you contaminate it now?
You might want to shower first.
Apparently he swam on a dog with a hat on.
He swam from Onondaga to. He swam from Onondaga Lake to Skinny Island.
At night because he was glowing.
Sorry, Paul.
Hey, it's
You
all
walked
good.
into this one. But
Hey,
yeah, tell us a little more. So,
like I said, I spent 10 years doing environmental cleanup work around the Northeast, Midwest. A buddy of mine calls me up. He says, hey, we're hiring at the state. I'm working out at outside of Chicago. I apply. I get the phone call. I'm like, cool, moving home.
Yeah.
so what kind of radiation? Like, are there different levels of radiation?
There's
Like
different.
Chernobyl shit or like
No, we don't deal with any Chernobyl shit. Thank God. No, that's
it's not a joke, man. That's real stuff.
I mean, 8 miles not far.
There's dogs with like 6 legs up there.
not 9 miles.
9 miles. Sorry. 8 miles a movie.
Yes.
Yeah, you're confusing Eminem with fucking Exelon.
Hey, 8 Mile's a great movie.
It was a good movie. I like that.
It's a great, solid movie, good soundtrack, and
Yeah.
it's different levels. We got radio pharmacies to help cancer patients out, all the hospitals that treat these cancer patients, and well, if you got cancer, you're shitting yourself, unfortunately.
Right.
So this stuff ends up in the garbage, and we deal with it. And
Oh, so the human waste is also radiological waste.
yeah,
I see. I didn't think about that.
It gets in these weird gray areas where
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, you're digging into the minutia now, and I don't want to go full geek on something that's
I
fun.
bet that's the kind of shit flies don't get on.
No, they do.
They do.
They do.
But the flies are like the fucking size of these cans. It's like Jeff Goldblum. That's what it is. Fucking.
17 wings, 14 legs.
Gotcha. It's like a fucking
Yeah, so you
Godzilla.
guys, but you're all garbed up when you got to take care of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but how come the people that are handling it at the point are not?
In the hospitals?
Yeah, or wherever
No,
they may
they're
be.
all the hospital workers, all the radio pharmacies, fully licensed, fully monitored. They go through this whole training and protection program.
So there's like a cancer wing. If we're
Yeah.
specifically talking about cancer.
Oh yeah, there's all the regulations on the books that the hospitals and these places follow. So, but again, you go get treatment, sweat it out. I mean, we played sports,
Right.
All those sweat rings. It's no different.
Yeah.
So it ends up there. We deal with it.
Interesting.
So it goes like a TSDF or something, or transfer storage disposal facility.
It really depends which part of the state you're in. New York State, I love it. Born here, going to die here. Long Island, Hudson Valley, New York City, the Adirondacks,
you
Central
don't know
New York.
that. What do you mean? You're going to die here?
Now look what he fucking does, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you could be in a different state.
Yeah, you could be on your deathbed like 1 minute away from dying, and if you're on like fucking near Scranton, fucking go to Pennsylvania, man. Die there.
I've been to Pennsylvania. There's some good places in Pennsylvania.
There's good. I think southern or western Pennsylvania is pretty cool.
So do you do hazmat training too?
Yes.
yeah.
I have a question.
I do all the hazmat stuff.
I got a question about hazmat. So
Yes.
I was a volunteer firefighter here locally, and we had to go through a hazmat training because we have dairy here. And how dangerous. And when I tell people this, they're like, are you sure? Milk getting in the river
Yes.
Really?
it'll kill the fish.
Unpasteurized?
It will kill the fish. Like,
Is that
it's
why?
bad. I think because of the pasteurization.
Yep.
Is that the word?
Yep.
And milk can kill the fish if they.
It's you're pushing all the oxygen out, the pasteurization, all that. It's not their natural environment, so
Which is weird because
I think they get bloated or something.
these Amish people, like, they fucking drink unpasteurized milk. It's like what they're used to. I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about the Amish because we got a shitload of listeners.
well, they got the solar panels up, and
the
they're
Mennonites. Mennonites are cool. The Amish, I mean, they're cool too, but they're not listening.
Yeah, but when I tell people that milk mix in the river is hazmat and it's bad.
It's hard to describe to people what you do when they've never done that work before.
Yeah.
It's this whole different beast.
Even when I was in class, I'm like, that would have never crossed my mind. But we were trained how to stop the flow, redirect, and protect.
Oh yeah.
That's like a prostate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop the flow.
Oh yeah. You don't
Same
want
thing
that.
at the miniature scale.
So I know you guys are talking serious shit, and I'm just really.
It's okay.
Oh, no.
I'm not really serious most of the time. But
Nothing wrong with that.
Back to the Amish people.
Yes.
You ever? What's that holiday they have? Like the fucking Rosh Hashanah? Or,
Oh, Rom Springer.
yeah, that one. Jerry Springer.
Yeah, there, Jerry Springer. There we go.
So you ever hear about this? Rom Springer.
Maybe.
So it's like the Amish people once they reach 18.
No, 16.
Oh,
15,
when they
16.
send the kids out.
Yeah.
That's old enough for
Okay,
Roman.
okay.
So yeah, once they reach age, they go like,
I was wondering why my parents got separated.
"You're Armenian Amish. You're
Yeah.
split."
Yeah.
But like, so what I was getting at is some of those girls, like, you see them out in public, and they're like not looking Amish. I'm like, what happened here?
Oh, it's
How you doing?
You're like, are you sure you're Amish?
Lie to me. Tell me you're Amish. I don't give a fuck.
I have been in the Amish parts of New York State. Hard workers, good people. Never saw them on Rumspringer, so can't really say anything about that.
You wouldn't know, though.
No,
you
know. Oh, no, you'd know.
No, you know, because
Yeah, you go
Because
from,
Without taking the clothes off, how would you know?
you go from simple dress to doing keg stands. God only knows what else, and
they overdo their makeup because they're not used to it.
yeah,
They let loose. They're the wild ones.
This is just a teenage rite of passage, and they say, okay, you're close enough to an adult. You make the decision. Come back or stay away. Whatever you want to do.
I wonder what is the percentage that return? What's the rate? Like, what's the...
I've never seen that.
Or, another interesting question is, how many return and then regret returning it?
I got to say 100% of that.
Not after they met you.
No, we're never going to get a fucking Viking in this religion. That's what they're saying.
Can we open the next beer?
Oh, absolutely.
Which one do you want to go for?
I don't care. So yeah, but
would you enjoy?
we joke.
That's a great beer.
We joke about it, but the Amish, yeah, that's what they do, and they do kind of dress up and they look different because they have these like nice bodies because they're all healthy and organic and shit like that.
Oh my God! One of my friends, her and her husband and the kids moved from Buffalo down to South Dayton, New York.
They were Amish.
No.
Yeah.
Her parents were farmers and they leased land to the Amish, and these guys helped us unload the U-Hauls and everything, or trucks. It's like a 95-degree day. I'm sweat dripping off of me. These guys are like, yeah, we were up at 3:30. We were milking the cows at 4. Have you guys even broken a sweat yet today?
Yeah.
Yeah, work ethic, you're not going to beat it with that.
Oh, no. I mean,
and even efficiency, they're like fucking ants. Like,
oh yeah,
you know?
This 16-year-old kid looks like he's been lifting weights for like 17 years straight, just straight up Bruce Lee jacked.
But it's fucked up because their pants don't have zippers on them.
No.
So when I look at their penis area, like not because of
Why are you looking?
I'm just it's weird. Because
hey.
I'm like something's wrong there. There's no zipper.
Out in the country, you get a little lonely. You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
When you're a teenage boy, you know.
You have Frank drives through.
Why is it always Frank? Why is Frank got to do this
Because
stuff?
you're the one who does this stuff. And then he sees the clothesline, he pulls over, sniffs the fucking underwear.
I'm like, no, there's no zipper on these things.
Oh.
But they are hard workers. They're really good.
I don't know what ABV is.
You know what the ABV is in this? Can you see it?
Oh God, you hit 50 plus and shit goes downhill from there.
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with it because it's not even on the can.
It's got to be on a can somewhere. I'm guessing.
Unless you have to scan this QR code.
Is this an IPA?
No, this is this is a hazy IPA.
hazy.
So,
So it's 6.5 or 7% or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
but no,
Because this one didn't have ABV either. But there's a QR code. Maybe you have to scan the QR code for it.
What's Great Life Brewing at RMV?
Great Life is the original brewery, and they got purchased by this winery vineyard out near Kingston, New York. They were contract brewing with a couple local places while they were getting their new brewery built. Haven't been down there since they moved, but I see all the pictures. It's beautiful.
Okay. I know you explained that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
So probably new cans don't say at RMV because they got a new brewery.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The vineyard built them a brand new one a year and a half ago. I think they opened up 2 years ago. Ever since I got married, it's just been this kind of time. Let's go all Doctor Who, wibbly wobbly, timely wimely. Got married, honeymoon, moved from Albany to Aldermansville, back home, go bees.
Yeah.
And, got the house, got the dog, got the pool.
Got the wife.
Got the wife.
I know your wife, so hi, wife. I know. I remember you.
Got a bike, got a boat.
Actually, I do have to get my motorcycle license. The wife is a huge motorcycle enthusiast.
Nice.
She's got this great custom paint job, high-end Harley, full bagger. She's got an 03 anniversary Sportster, and that's going to be my bike. Mm-hmm. So I get the small bike.
Is it your bike because she's giving it to you, or are you taking it?
What's supposed to be 1,200, right?
She got it upgraded. It's a 100th anniversary Sportster. She gave it to her dad originally, and at the wedding, after several rounds of scotch, her dad goes, "I love my son-in-law. He can have my motorcycle." Mm-hmm. And she just gives me this look. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here. Yeah. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't want to get yelled at. It's my wedding day. It's a happy day.
Nice. I learned how to ride a motorcycle on the Honda Cruiser.
Is that a scooter?
900.
Oh, all right.
It was a Honda. I forget the exact model, but I learned it. My friend taught me how to ride in the back of like church parking lot.
There you go.
And that's how I learned how to. And then I rode some dirt bikes. Then I rode other motorcycles, like European bikes and stuff like that. And
You got a license now? Motorcycle
I
license?
have a motorcycle license.
Now it's valid now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But my wife said you can ride. You can buy a motorcycle once our son goes to college. I'm like, all right. It's like, in case something happens to me, at least I was alive till he went to college.
Well, what I'm going to say is, if all of a sudden she hands you the keys, check the insurance policies.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's all right. They can have everything.
Why are these fucking things not push button yet?
Well, they have electric. If you can get on an electric motorcycle.
No, I want like a gas motorcycle where you fucking push button start.
Oh no,
Well, there's a push button.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Some of them they got the key fobs, the push buttons.
Oh, okay.
GPS, cup
Well,
holders.
no, you start the bike, you turn the key, hold the clutch, you push the button to start it.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm fucking.
What did you think? Fucking, you had to crank it with your foot?
No, I think I'm gonna fucking kick you in the ding ding.
Oh,
I can do it. I'll do it once. I'll pull a muscle and I'll be out for a week. But I do it.
You've always had that height advantage on some people. That low center of gravity there, Frank. Made him a great wrestler, though.
Well,
Yeah.
wrestling was fun. I liked wrestling,
One thing I've seen him wrestle with was a keg.
and I won. I beat the fucker.
How did you know?
And now I'm built like a keg.
I was going to say, we couldn't tell you won there, Frank.
How did you
Is that
know?
a fat joke? It's no joke, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a joke.
If you check out some of the earlier episodes of this podcast, I was way later. You could see.
You know, the great W.C. Fields, you know, woman drove me to drink and I never had the decency to thank her.
Yeah, right.
I just like beer.
I like beer. And yeah, so.
And beer is good for you.
So we were talking earlier, like, you know, we went to school together, all these things. So here we are, you know, 35 minutes in this podcast. And we mentioned how we kind of communicate a little bit on Facebook.
Yes.
But other than that, it's been 35 years since we talked.
Oh, yeah.
And you've never talked.
We've never talked.
Yeah, so like this is what our podcast does. We just meet people and we just talk, and it's fucking great. I don't care if you're gay, if you are Democrat, Republican. I don't give no. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he's whatever.
No, he's married. What are you talking about? He just said his wife.
Maybe it's a cover. I don't know. Fucking John Wayne was married. What the fuck?
Hey, come on. I ain't that cute. My wife is smart, good looking.
He's getting
with
his
a great
wife's
work
motorcycle.
ethic. So, you know.
I'm just saying none of it matters. You just meet people and you fucking have fun, right?
Well,
Jesus, why you gotta be so fucking weird? I'm just gonna do this the whole time next.
God, you're such a fucking 12-year-old. I'm just saying. I was just reinforcing. I'm like, I've never met him. This first time, and I feel comfortable busting his balls.
Oh, fuck yeah.
See?
Well, I work construction. I played hockey before I took this job, and doing those cleanups.
You got to have a thick skin.
Well, kind of the old joke. It's why would I listen to your insults when I wouldn't value your opinion?
And it's not an insult.
Right. No.
So far, I've been keeping it neutral.
Oh.
On the first date, I was told not to go too rough, you know.
I didn't tell him that.
Oh, fuck no.
And then that was not a fucking situation with our first date.
Hey,
well, you consented to that.
I still got the burns and the enter here tattoo.
Oh, did you end up in Tijuana that weekend?
He's like, I'm like, where'd you get that fucking Adam's apple?
Did you go see that? Did you go see the donkey show down in Tijuana?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god!
I got a game. Let's play hide the sausage. I'm like, fuck.
So Paul, what?
Did you ever wake up with a used condom in your ass? And if you did, would you tell anybody?
Yes to both.
If it had radiation on it, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Well, you can fart and make balloon animals.
What?
Little bubbles, balloon animals.
Do you have any like funny, fucked up radiation stories you would share?
Oh yeah. This is something the field people do. Okay. If you get an uptake.
What's that mean?
You inadvertently intake radioactive material.
Orally? Sorry,
I don't. I wouldn't even ask that question. That's how fucked up it is.
Well, lots of different ways. Inhalation, you drink it. Inadvertent needle stick
on the backstroke.
On the backstroke, you know, two-hander. You know, get crazy. You have to give a bioassay sample. Now you got two different choices depending on what it is. You get a bottle, or you get a box in a bag.
So piss or shit.
Yeah.
Wait, does it have to be pee, or could it be like creamy DNA?
No creamy DNA.
Oh, okay. This isn't fertility.
So if you got to dump in a box, because we send this off to the lab.
I'm all about it.
You eat uncooked popcorn.
So just the kernels?
Just the kernels. Throws from down, because the first thing they do is they take that shit sample and they put it in a drying oven.
So your popcorn pops?
I will say this.
I'm like, where's this going? Is popcorn?
I knew where it was going as soon as you fucking said it.
If we do our jobs right, it's very boring. When shit goes sideways,
literally,
and it gets really interesting, then you got to go through this whole thing. And luckily, never tempting the fates. Knock on a little wood, go a little peg in there for a minute. I've never had to shit in a box.
Yeah,
I know people who've had, and this is just something they do for shits and giggles, as it were. And it's warped. I used to work in the environmental labs, and if any one of those bastards did that to me, I would drive to the site and kick his ass.
Yeah.
You know, never done to me. Thank God. I've never done it to anybody else. You know, it's.
But yeah, you're in an industry that's. I mean, there's a lot of things with New York that people don't like. I mean, but I mean, not even necessarily this job. I'm just saying, as far as what you need to do, everything is there. You need to do it safely.
Oh my God, yeah. No, I've never questioned my safety at work. It's if there's any questions, you ask, you pause. Once they're answered, once you got the right equipment, then you go to work. Nobody's going to risk it out there. No boss out there for the state is going to tell you to go do something stupid and risk your health.
And none of your coworkers are going to be like, you're a fucking idiot for doing it. Like everybody wants to be
safe, right? the way, I mean, we got some people, younger staff coming up, and the way I'm training them is don't make the situation any worse. It's a, to an extent, medical profession. Do no harm. Don't add to the drama. Don't add to the stress of a situation.
Right. Because if one guy fucks up, it ruins it for everybody.
Oh, it's not just that. It's not the first guy who screws the pooch. It's the guy who goes in to save him.
Right.
That guy's now in danger. Do you want to risk your buddy's family? Do you want to have to look at somebody's wife and say, hey, I'm the one who screwed up that, I feel like shit. And you never want to feel like that.
And it compounds because you're not even at that point addressing what the problem was.
Exactly.
You're addressing
you're dragging
your coworkers. Yeah,
you're dragging somebody out of a bad situation. And we try not to talk about that stuff. We train to it.
Yeah.
But you never want to put yourself in there. And sometimes you got to look at somebody and be like, yeah, you need to take a half breath and hold on.
Yep.
Give me a quick scenario. So there's a hazmat inspection, right?
I don't really do the hazmat inspections.
So what's the highest level of radiation exposure that you would be exposed to?
That's acceptable?
For my current job, minimal.
Minimal. Okay.
Yeah,
so if there's a job site, are you by yourself? Is there a group of people?
It's generally a group of people. You never just go to a site alone.
So here, what's the procedure? Give me just a quick. Doesn't have to be detailed. One person went in, got exposed. What do you do?
It really depends. Do you know what's going on in there?
Okay.
Is there? Okay, since we talked Chernobyl, that whole shit show.
You got hot, warm, and cold zones.
Yeah, there's that. But it's like, okay, I got to go in and shut that valve off. You're going in. There might be a guy with a stopwatch. You got 1 minute. Go. Okay, if everything goes right, he moves the valve enough, then the next guy goes in.
If he trips or passes out or something, now there's fucking other.
Yeah. One of the guys who helped train me, he was at a place you had 45 seconds. You had a rope tied to your waist. Guy with a stopwatch. It hits 45. If you ain't at the door, there's 6 guys pulling on that rope, dragging your ass out. I've never been in those situations.
But you train.
Yeah, you train for it. It's had this really great guy I worked with years ago. It's you don't rise to the occasion, you fall back to your training. I think that's simple but wise. And keeps your asses out of trouble and keeps you out of ambulances.
Yeah. So anytime there's a serious situation, there's a team of inspectors and
responders,
responders. I didn't know the term.
Yeah, we do. There's pre-job briefings. There's instrumentation, all that stuff. We're suited up correctly. We've never had an incident like that. So
based on radiation exposure, you got your multi-zones, and then so in green zone you got the HQ set up there.
Usually.
Okay. And then
incident command HQ.
But you're also going to have someone before this. Like you're going to in this industry, you're going to have someone internally, a department like they're kind of telling you what's going on.
This is all incident command. We do one section incident command. There's everything. There's a health and safety. There's medical. We provide specific information to the medical staff so they stay safe.
But it's not just emergency situations. Your routine, like going and picking up stuff at the hospital, that's just like a routine thing.
Honestly, there's contractors who do all that work.
So you are only reporting to emergencies?
We work with the contractors on different stuff. We work with various other states. I mean, New York, we're close to Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont. It really all depends what the situation is. We trained all this stuff. It's we do what we can.
Would you guys be called in for mostly commercial radiation response, or is there residential as well? Like meth lab or something like that.
Meth lab?
Yeah.
Is there radiation in the meth lab?
Well, there's chemical use.
Well, ironically enough, this made the Syracuse paper a few years ago. Some SU student decided to try to order uranium off like eBay or something. I wasn't with the state at the time.
He's smart enough to make it in SU, and that's what he fucking does.
They made the news, made the newspapers and everything. One of the guys, Actually, two of the guys I worked with, one has since retired, one is still working. Yeah, they went out there, did all the surveys and all that stuff, and it was never shipped to them. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
You got to be.
But it was going to be like they would have. You think?
No. Where they were ordering from was not going to ship.
I mean, that's highly regulated.
Oh my God!
Like,
that's red flag regulated. Yeah.
Well, it's not even like you need certification. You need like certain clearance to like.
Oh, the regulatory books are inches thick, and I've read them. They give me a pounding headache. Ironically enough, I was a good student, couldn't stand reading, and my job is now a regulator, so all I get to do is read regulations and explain them.
Is mercury considered a radiation?
There actually is a isotope of mercury that is radioactive. It's like a 200-day half-life, give or take. I'd have to double check. I haven't looked at that in years.
Because back in the days, like your thermostat in the house will have mercury in a little glass capsule. And that mercury, depending on the temperature, will regulate when your thermostat will turn on.
Even the fuck. I had a lot of beer now. The thermometers. You just put in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just put it in your mouth with the fucking glass. Yeah.
Well, you know what the difference between...
I mean, you put a ton of shit in his mouth, but mercury is one of them.
Well, you know the difference between a oral and rectal thermometer?
Taste.
There you go.
Just don't switch them.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you know the story of the nurse. She goes to the bank to cash a check, writes everything out. She's like, "Oh shit." Teller's looking at her going, "Yeah, I left my pen in some guy's ass."
I have to tell my nurse friends that.
Oh, some of my friends are nurses at various levels, from just basic. I work in a doctor's office to nursing directors, and highly stressful job. More power to them. Great job. And yeah, they're more power to them. That's all I'm going to say.
This double IPA is a little different. So we're drinking the same one.
Yes.
Roman's not. But this is it doesn't taste like a double IPA.
No, it
that
doesn't.
one, the one before, the orange one,
the juicy one.
that was definitely an IPA.
Yeah, it's definitely the high BA.
This is like
Juicy Joy.
This is interesting. It's very enjoyable. I want to drink this with my pinky out. This is good.
Look at you getting all
Juicy.
classy for the first time in 45 years.
You know, there's science behind pouring beer in glass versus can.
There's what? I don't know what you said.
There's like science behind it. Why it's
Science?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it said science. I'm like, what science? I'm fucking seeing science.
Yeah, there's a sign for you.
I'm like, there's a sign? Where the fuck is sign?
Science.
Yeah, okay.
So they say that the reason it's better in glass because when you go in to take a sip, you inhale aromas of the hop.
Yes, I learned that from my certified beer
Why
server
don't you
program.
fucking speak up, you fucking...
Because I thought you said signs. Like, you know.
Well, I was going to say he didn't
clarify?
like it in the can.
He likes it in the can.
Well, hey.
Big can. You like it in the growler. You're a fucking pro in the can.
Well, go big or go home.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're friends.
Oh, absolutely. There you go.
Okay, I'll be listening.
No, you like big can? Okay, fine. You like it in the can too.
Oh, come on.
Can right there.
There you go.
Are there any movies about like radiation?
Oh, yeah.
Silkwood.
Silkwood is a really good one.
Because they show Meryl Streep's boobs.
Yes, they do.
That's the only reason you remember.
That's the only reason. You're right. It's 100%.
There's Silkwood. There's the Chernobyl thing they did.
That whole thing on HBO, is HBO?
Yes.
Yeah, that was really well
good.
done.
Oh,
That
that was really well done. One of the other ones is on Amazon. Radioactivity, story of Mary Curie.
Who's that? The porn star?
No. That's Mary Cherry. Get your mind out of the gutter.
No, was there a Mary Carey?
Curie.
like the Indian food, like Curie?
See?
Different spelling, but same idea.
I thought you said Mary Carey, man.
No, she's the one that discovered radium, polonium.
Mm-hmm.
First woman to win a Nobel Prize. First one to win in 2 different disciplines. Her husband won the Nobel Prize. Her daughter won. Their daughter won the Nobel Prize. A lot of brains in that family.
Can we protect those people?
The family half-asses everything.
Well, she's buried in Paris in a nice lead zinc coffin. Her notebooks will be radioactive for about another
8,000
80, 100. after 10,000 years, does it really matter?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I mean, we want to get back to this for sure, but
Oh, yeah.
when it's radioactive, it goes into some sort of concrete vault and it's fucking there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't burn it. You can't get rid of it?
No.
Yeah.
It's just a time thing.
So what do they do with nuclear waste?
That's just stored in specific kind of casks and specific places around the country.
But it's just there. It's never going to go away.
Oh yeah,
So when they clean like uranium rods and shit like this at nuclear plants, all that waste just goes.
They just put those in casks.
Yeah.
These are 40,000 pound, 50,000 pound, specially designed concrete casks.
But once a year they got to clean these things?
No. They these power plants refuel every 18 to 24 months, and it's not full refuel. They restock and restack these engineers who do all this stuff. They're way up here on the mass scale.
Yeah.
I'm down here.
I think that show Chernobyl scared the shit a lot of people.
But it was really nice, the period filming and shit.
It was
yeah.
well put together, and but nuclear power is safe nowadays.
Meltdown is
okay.
not, yeah.
Here's the difference. We have in the United States, we have the safety protocols. Soviet Union never did.
Right.
They didn't have the containment buildings.
They were available. They just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's cheap. The beginning part of that movie where they're doing this whole spin up test and pencil whipping shit through, regardless of the industry, you start pencil whipping shit through, bad shit happens.
Yeah.
And I've never worked in a nuclear power plant in my life. So this is a little beyond me knowledge wise. It's not one thing. It's a chain of things that go wrong that led to that.
Because there's so much redundancy. So, but they built this thing in a rush, and they fucking cut corners. And now it's a big fucking concrete dome.
Yeah, the soil will be radioactive for hundreds of thousands of years.
And it's a shame because you saw the whole thing. People didn't, but they built a fucking city. It was fucking awesome to see when it was.
Well, just as a side note, they actually make vodka from the wheat that's grown around there. It's not radioactive.
I don't give a fuck if they say it's not or not.
It's called atomic vodka, ATOMIK.
No.
Yeah, so it's coming out of Russia, and you're supposed to believe these fuckers. Okay. I'll drink my Reiki and my fucking.
Have you guys
Rise.
gotten that vodka and tested it in your lab?
I have not. I've not ordered the vodka yet. I like my beer, my bourbon, my whiskeys, and my scotches. Summertime, huge gin and tonic fan. You got to prevent scurvy, so you throw lime in there. Big
Scurvy. So what I was trying to say earlier is nuclear power is cleaner and safer than I think most people understand.
Yeah.
There's a company that I'm following. It's out of Europe. Don't remember the name off the top of my head. I have to look it up. But they have come up with a system where it's a modular nuclear power.
Yes.
So say, for example, you have a neighborhood that requires 10 kilowatt, not kilowatt, 10, what's
Mega?
10 megawatts.
10 megawatt of power, and it takes two nuclear cells to power that.
Yes.
Then the neighborhood expands. That power plant can be expanded by a modular nuclear.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, holy fuck, this is amazing.
So it's like aftermarket add-ons, or not even aftermarket.
It's just like, think of it you adding batteries.
It's a different design than the reactors we have. Less waste.
Mm-hmm.
They can actually reuse fuel that's already existing in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is from the articles I read. This is nuclear engineering stuff, which I am not.
Sure.
I would never claim to be. I'm smart, but I ain't that smart.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's readily available in Europe. Actually, the United States have used it for some of the military applications. The Army actually had a truck-mounted reactor. I want to say one of their bases in Antarctica.
Well, our submarines, nuclear power.
A truck-mounted reactor. What the fuck?
No, it was
great.
basically a small generator to base of maybe 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no.
But submarines are nuclear.
Yeah.
The subs,
the aircraft carriers are.
Do they have nuclear-powered airplanes? Jets? Like no.
I think nuclear
Armed forces?
They're designed, but they never built them.
I think nuclear power will be used for space travel.
They have to work a few things out. It's that whole shielding thing to keep the crew safe.
Yeah.
And the weight.
Yeah, and the whole like getting it out of the atmosphere.
No,
like,
that's a whole weight issue.
Yeah.
It's
the violent physics that like intake to protect that cell before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the whole thing. It's all theoretical.
Yeah.
You know. It's
But I feel like in the future that's what the use is going to be.
You can have dwarf astronauts. I mean, if it's a weight issue, just half the human weight.
You should apply.
Hey, Frankie, you're not a dwarf. You know, you're a few inches taller than a dwarf,
Look,
but you're not a dwarf.
I thought we were all friends. I was wrong.
Hey,
I'm looking for like, because you know, like this new Snow White movie that came out. You hear about this?
I have heard about that.
They're calling her Snow Latte because she's not really white.
What?
Because she's not really white, they call her Snow Latte. So Disney just released a remake of Snow White.
Last Friday, I think.
They spent 250 or 350 million to make it. Mm-hmm. Opening weekend made 50 million because people were so pissed off. But dwarves don't have anything to do with that. It was Disney made some other movie.
Oh,
it was Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Yeah. So what's Snow White? See, I fucking told you. I've had this conversation myself right now.
There's this one dwarf comedian I listen to. I'm not going to drop his name. Yeah. Don't know the guy, but he talks about it. He was all pissed off that for one of the Snow White movies and for like Lord of the Rings, none of the dwarves were hired.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we're worried about this and quality of acting. They're like, oh, get Brad Pitt, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, they got anybody and you CGI and he's like, those fuckers.
That's what I'm getting at. So like,
it'd be less CGI work if you just hired.
I'd love to I'd love to interview with someone with dwarfism on the podcast, just because I'm fair and we want to be fair. But that's what happened with Snow White. They made CGI because they didn't want to piss anybody off because they were talking about dwarves. Like I don't really like Willy Wonka. Like they made them all like some other movie or maybe this one because I haven't seen it. They made them like CGI
Just shorter.
No, they're not even dwarves. They're like animals or characters. They're like weird, like not even people.
Well, I don't think you should deny the fact that they exist. That's weird.
Well, and it's not good for them because they do exist and they need recognition. It's not. Yeah, exactly. But Disney is a NBC type of all this other bull or ABC. I really can't say.
Who the hell knows anymore?
We're gonna fucking edit something. Maybe I'll just name them all. One of those.
But there's like what 5 media companies that run the world.
It's just bullshit to do that. Like the touchy feely bullshit. Like because now like Targaryen from Game of Thrones. What was his name? The Imp they called him on Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
The short guy.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal actor.
Oh my god!
I love this fucking part.
Yeah,
and they all do it. They're not bad actors. There's limited parts for them, but like, why wouldn't this be part of it?
He played a great role in. There was a movie about.
What's his name? Fuck.
He was in some of the. Oh my god, X-Men movies, right? Is that the guy I'm thinking of?
Oh, have you seen the movie where it was highlighting? I don't know if it's based on a true story or not, but there was a company who would take advantage of old home folks.
Oh, there's a lot of companies that do that.
So they would use this like insurance company. So he played a role where he was like a mafia guy, and his mom was being scammed by this other company.
Oh god,
I forgot the name of it.
Oh, that one. But completely, yeah, I don't know that one. Got to use the electronic brain now. Figure this shit out.
It was Tyrion Lannister. Oh, Tyrion. Fuck. This
Tyrion
fucked
Lannister.
it all up, man. The fucking 9.5 fucked it all
Let me read
up.
it for you.
No, I'm trying to get his real name.
Hey.
His real name.
What is it? Peter something, I think?
Dinklage, yes.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. You were about a second or a half behind us, Roman.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
But a fucking phenomenal actor.
Hey.
And there's a lot of them that are. So why are they denied, right?
There's assholes in this world.
Yeah. Well, there's people that don't want to offend people, but then you end up offending the fucking very demographic.
Hey, come on. We became teenagers in the 80s. We had Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
So I got my tongue up this chick's ass.
And he got banned from a bunch of shit.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I remember watching some movie with him where he was like
The detective?
Well, no, he was like some sort of mobster guy. Maybe he was a detective, but like he was calling the shots somewhere. He was actually pretty good in the movie.
Well, I wonder if that's the one I'm talking about, where his mom went into like old folks' home and then she was being scammed.
So you're talking about like having a dwarf with Andrew Dice Clay in the movie?
No, this actor.
This sounds like one of them, hub movies all of a sudden.
He was in the X-Men.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Hey, he's got one of the greatest lines. I drink and I know things.
That's right. Yeah. And there's T-shirts of it. And
Oh
shit,
my
right?
God, yeah.
He was in Hunger Games.
Yeah. So it was Andrew Dice Clay was because he's got this stereotypical ideal of what he is, and he was he's banned from MTV, like whatever.
Oh, the MTV Awards. He swore. Oh God, now it's like.
But he was in some movie where he's really pretty good. Like he played like a villain, like some sort of mafia boss or like a terrorism kingpin of some sort. People can email us and let us know because our brain cells are all
Well, the 90s between growing up as a commercial painter and God knows everything. I got some brain cells left. They're battling. Yeah. They're still battling. So,
but they're battling each other.
Yes. I'm lucky there.
So you got some alcohol, you got some radiation, you got some paint fumes, you got
on a dog a leg.
Yeah. Right. So you're like just taking and then you got us. We're just fucking, we're like, that's your whole meal. And now we're salt.
Oh, little salt, little pepper, go a little bam.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage, that's his name. Yeah.
Peter Dinklage. Is there any like what was one of the questions I wanted to ask?
If you write shit down, you won't have to remember it.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I just keep him around and he remembers stuff from me.
There you go.
One of the questions you were going to ask is where is the weirdest place you found a radiation issue?
Oh, weird is
because you don't do like personal stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. You get these people collecting weird shit, then the next thing you know, you get a phone call. Hey, I've been collecting these radium dials. What do I do with them? Oh, shit.
Like people that try to get rid of paint. Like, what do I do with paint? It's hazardous waste.
The radioactive paint is, weirdly enough, radioactive material.
I was talking about radioactive paint. I didn't know there was such a thing as radioactive paint.
Yes. One of the movies, Radium Girls, back in the late 19th century. That's the 1800s for, you younger people. And up until the 40s and 50s, they used to paint these military gauges with radium paint. Light hits them for all day, and then they glow all night. Now we got the different shit. Now we got these smart watches, and kids can't tell freaking time on a normal clock.
It's gonna be digital.
Yeah. So no, some of that paint.
Yeah. What are these sights on the guns? The tritium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tritium.
Yeah. So that's radiation.
That is radioactive.
We may or may not have some of those.
Hey. Just remember, gun controls means using two hands.
Right.
That's
it. Right. Exactly. So and only 2 beers.
I try not to mix my drinking and shooting because, next thing you know, you grab the wrong thing and you're throwing a beer on a friend. Do you really want to waste beer?
Nobody wants a drink from a pistol. Nobody.
No, you don't. Well, I will say this. When I was working out in Chicago a few years ago, this one guy I met out there, good cat, I got a shot of Malort. Never had it before. Don't ever have one. It's a European aperitif. Not really sure what that means,
but it's a cool word.
It is a very cool word. You can't get that taste off your tongue. It's this nasty, you want to go find a dead cat and lick its ass so the taste improves.
This is French?
I'm not,
probably because they're fucking weird like that.
I'm not really sure where the hell Malort comes from. It's supposed to help with digestion.
Aperitif was the word I was thinking of. So that's right.
Well, hey, whatever. But this stuff, this son of a bitch gives me a shot of it. He's like, I'll do one with you. Everybody in the bar is laughing. And I'm like, this does not sound good, but I've been challenged. You can't back down.
That's right.
It's a shot. Suck it up, buttercup, deal with it. And you're like,
yeah.
You're like, I fucking hate you. And getting back to your heritage, we're there on a Saturday. No. There's a Macedonian wedding party there. They got the drums going. It was really cool, loud. There was a couple Armenians there, and he starts screwing around with them, and I'm like, you are going to get us knifed to death. You are being a complete asshole. This is like 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. I'm like, I am not getting knifed at 1 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Fucking never until after 5.
I try to wait till the sun goes down before I do anything that
7 o'clock knifing is okay.
Who hasn't gotten a few stitches in their life? Right. You stitch yourself up, a little super glue, a little duct tape, you're fine.
Yeah, that's it. Just electrical tape.
Right.
Actually, there was a medical study done in the 90s, antimicrobial properties of duct tape.
Interesting.
It
Fucking
works.
duct tape solution for everything.
Oh my god, duct tape and WD-40.
I do keep duct tape as my emergency kit, part of my emergency kit in my vehicles, and zip ties. Zip ties, duct tape.
You don't go shopping at these weird places, and you don't buy a cucumber and Vaseline, do you?
No.
Okay. Hey, you never know.
Put the duct tape on the bottom of the cucumber. Should have bottom out. I mean, friend told me.
Okay. I was just getting
friend.
nervous. I was just getting nervous.
My friend Paul told me.
Well, that's some interesting knowledge I've learned about radiation. Knowing about radiation.
Yes.
If you would have a superpower, what kind of would it be?
So, like radiation.
One of two things.
Mm-hmm.
Read people's minds or blow shit up with my mind.
Okay.
The second one, I should not be trusted with.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Blowing people up with your mind?
Blow whatever up with your mind.
Because then you'd be like, Homelander on fucking The Boys. Have you watched The Boys?
I have not.
You should watch The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime.
You know what I got back into?
Have you?
I have not.
Yeah.
I got back into Shoresy.
Okay. From Letterkenny.
Oh yeah, Letterkenny. Love hockey. Still playing hockey.
Kenny fucking Power.
Are you still playing now?
I'm in kind of a no-show beer league. We play over at the track occasionally.
You skate on your knees or some fucking bullshit.
I drop a lot of ibuprofen. Hit the acupuncturist occasionally. And you don't quite recover as fast as you used to at like 17.
No.
Oh my God. I just remembered modified wrestling. I got guillotined by Tommy Milt.
Oh.
Why that the fuck popped into my head?
That's pretty weird.
I pretty much face planted on the mat. I think I had a concussion, but who had a concussion in the 80s?
Right.
Nobody did.
No, but yeah.
You know, you rub dirt on
exactly.
it.
Get over it.
Yeah. I
still talk to Tommy.
Oh, very nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
He mentions your head all the time.
Well, if you're not going to do it well, why do it at all? But no, I'm still playing hockey, still love it, still get out there. Going back to Shoresy, it's like, what the fuck is it with the winning? It's like, no, they don't hate losing. I still hate losing. Mm-hmm. Our team, we lost some key players this season.
Who was your goalie in high school?
Oh, we had Tony, not going to drop his last name.
No, I know the insurance guy.
Yeah. His younger brother, Mark.
Yeah, okay.
Then my senior year, Jason. Mm-hmm. We had Guy as a backup one year.
Yeah.
We had Jeff and John, different years as backups.
Okay.
We were throwing teams together some years back then. Now it's like I look at the team pictures and I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. I remember those. I couldn't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. So back to Shoresy, like Letterkenny, I think was better than Shoresy.
Honestly, it's the weird thing. I've never watched Letterkenny.
No, Letterkenny's pretty fucking.
I've never watched it either. I've watched like clips here and there because they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny.
I'm gonna have to start watching Letterkenny now.
It's all just like fucking people picking on each other and shit. And his sister's fucking hot.
Dude, the comebacks are so fast. If you're not paying attention to the dialogue, you might miss.
Oh, that's that.
Yeah.
I catch all of it.
It's a good hockey player knows the chirps, a great hockey player. is going to embarrass you on the ice and embarrass you in front of your fans. You know, I mean, Shorzy, it's like, hey, give your balls a tug. Hey, Connor, tell your mom to stop putting her scratch marks on my bedpost because I got to tell Todd's mom that, I don't know how this
That's pretty much how it goes.
He's always like talking shit when he's taking a dump.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm doing my morning constitutional, I got to concentrate.
No, I don't got to concentrate.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not as old as you. I'm like, I tell my.
You're a fucking year younger than me,
Morning
asshole.
constitutional.
So fine, I just tell my ass what it's gonna do. I'm the boss of my butt.
You're telling number 2 who's number 1.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah. For now, it may change next year, but for now,
There you go.
no.
You know, be a master of your own domain. Good for you.
Paul, is there anything else you'd like to mention before we wrap it up?
Oh God. Just it's one of those weird things where 16, 17, I wanted nothing but to get the fuck out of this town.
Mm-hmm.
After about 6-8 years away, the only thing I want to do is fucking move home.
Yeah.
Found the girl.
It's a nice place.
Found the girl of my dreams.
You're like Amish. You left at 16.
And you went for Rom Springer for 6 years.
I will say this. My fraternity brothers, we do a get together periodically. Now, I never had kids. The wife never had kids. Some of the guys are like, oh, we got kids. They bring them up. We go to Ithaca occasionally, and we used to drink Milwaukee's Best.
Yep.
It was great. $30, no tax, no deposit, delivered.
Right. Because you were 18.
No, we were 21.
Right.
Yeah. And
Delivered.
one of the guys he brings up his 2 teenage kids. I'm like, hey, you want a beer, kid? The mom's like, I just showed a kid a beer. I'm like, hey, I look at my fraternity brother. I'm like, you're the one that corrupted me. He's like, yeah, it didn't take a whole lot once you got to college.
Yeah.
But no, I got to move home. I love it. It's great to be home.
It's good weather for you personally.
There's
Winters suck.
no, I'm a big fan of winter.
I was talking about me.
Well, you got all the insulation, you got that fur,
Fuck, man, look at your fur. I got,
I know my fur.
you fucking guys in your hair like
my,
that thing.
my top fur is getting shorter and shorter.
You
by
got a
the
5 head instead of a 4 head.
Yeah, I got like a 17 head right there,
So you're happy you moved back.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And it's your first time on the podcast.
Yes. Thank you both.
What do you
Thank
think?
you.
I love this thing.
Yeah.
I'm flipping through. I love it. You guys are hilarious.
Thanks for listening
You got
to
some
us, by
great
the way.
guests. Oh,
You're welcome back anytime you want.
Next time I go out of town and find some great breweries, I'll shoot you guys a message, bring some back for everybody. We'll try and,
Or an interesting work story.
if it's interesting, I may not be able to share it.
Oh, man.
No.
We'll talk beer. Yeah.
My industry, boring pays the bills.
Mm-hmm.
When shit goes sideways and gets interesting, people get hurt. We don't want that.
That's right.
We all want to go home at the end of the day.
I meant like something like funny, interesting. Like not like someone got hurt or... I didn't mean it that way. I mean like...
I'll share a quick thing. I had to go out to one of the landfills in New York State. We were doing a quick investigation. Long story short, I worked as a plumber for a few years. Thank God it prepared me for the bag I had to open, and we're just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
It was this yellow, brown, green, semi-viscous, semi-solid, and I'm like, wow, that's...
It was a radioactive gerbil.
No, there were no claws. There was no fur, so I can't tell you if it was,
It was that slime guy from Ghostbusters.
It's whatever. it's whatever happened to the gerbil after the fact.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
A digestive gerbil.
I always wonder how many bodies get buried in landfills. Like, is there like a mafia that's like has an account? like,
No, I think they all buy funeral
this is
homes
where
now.
we're gonna like get rid of bodies.
Given my heritage, I know nothing of what you say, and
I cannot confirm it or
I
deny.
have no friends or family members who have ever done anything like that.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah,
but as a
the running joke in college was, Senator, I have no recollection of that event.
That's right.
But
Which is like tonight.
yeah,
Oh, that's. I'm gonna go home, have a few more beers.
we're gonna do the Men in Black thing. Look here in the light. Pew!
To apologize to your wife as soon as you walk in.
I don't often do that, and she wonders why I do that. But I'll explain to her what happened, and I'll smooth things out. And things. Sometimes a husband's got to do what a husband's got to do.
Understood.
So, gentlemen, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
I love sharing some great beers.
Thank
some
you.
great
I appreciate
stories.
it. Yeah.
And
See that what that sign says?
the best beers. Oh, hell yes.
There you go.
A salud.
I don't have any right now, but
Well, you got a splash there,
All
sucker.
right. Lick the inside of the glass.
I'll lick the inside of something.
So, Paul, again, thank you for coming in, taking the time, sharing interesting stories, and just hanging out with us and enjoying. Thank you for bringing these beers.
Well, just sharing some breweries from Eastern New York to Central
absolutely.
New York. and
Absolutely.
And this state has over 500 breweries. It's
My goal is
We've
to hit
tried-
all 500.
really nice.
How many did you hit? Do you know?
There's an app for that.
Yeah.
I think like 50 or 70
Yeah.
somewhere in that.
There's a long way to go. It's a lifelong thing.
That one in Liverpool that closed. We went there closing night, so got to have some of their beers.
In Stoutbeard?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. They were. Michael, he was on here.
Yep.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, he's at Myers Creek now.
oh really?
Oh,
Yep.
Well,
Good one. Yeah.
well,
All right, we purged. We're
that's a
done.
good exit.
there
we
we
want to say thank you to all our followers on social media, on all podcast platforms. We appreciate you guys listening and following us. It helps us to continue and grow this podcast. Check us out on hoptopnetwork.com. We're still planning on doing the 4,000 followers giveaway on Instagram. So once we reach that, we'll do that. Our last one was at 3,000. And go on our website, brewsandbanter.com, and you can request to be a guest on the show through there, or even listen to our episodes as well. And with that, we're going to end it.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Paul.
Bye.